All righty. Once again, as always, thank you for tuning in to yet another lesson by Coach Klassik King. I'm ready. Make some adjustments here. All right. This lesson is lesson number 9. And we're going to talk about unity. UNITY. All right. Now, start off. One of the most important aspects to progression, especially when it comes to a community and a family, a nation, any type of organization, group, or team, okay, is unity. All right, unity. Now, to be united does not mean you have to be the same or unified. Unified meaning everybody doesn't have to look the same. Everybody doesn't have to necessarily have the same culture, thoughts, or religion. Alrighty. We all come into this world with different personalities and characteristics, but does not mean we cannot work together for a common goal and interest. Alrighty. I guess when I'm talking about unity in this lesson, is really meant for anybody can use this, doesn't matter who you are, but I'm specifically addressing the melanated Black African community, especially the youth. Alrighty, because every other every other culture, ethnicity, race, whatever, they take care of theirs. They take care of their own people, their own kind. We're the only ones who suffer from this lack of organization or unity within our community. So this is no downplay on anybody else, but it's imperative that our youth start learning how to stick together more and that they are stronger in numbers than they are as individuals. Okay. I'm gonna just touch on some topics here. So definitely get out your pen and paper, write down some notes. Alrighty. We all come into this world with different personalities and characteristics, okay? But that does not mean we cannot work together for a common goal or interest. Alrighty. You must be a team player and try to work in the best position for your talents or gifts for the best chance for your team to win or succeed. Okay. Everybody can't be like the headliner, and that's okay. Don't don't try to like outshine people. Be the best that you could be. All right. Because everybody's role is very important. It doesn't matter if you're in the spotlight or if you're doing the office work. That's very important. It's very important. All right. When it comes to unity, having good leaders is important in reference to sports teams. Okay. Coaches help guide the team. All right. They put the players in the best positions that best represents their talents. Okay. So if you're not good at throwing the football, coach ain't gonna put you with a Q as a position for the QB, right? If you're not good at running, you're not gonna be a running back, right? If you're not good at catching the ball or running, you probably won't be a tight end, right? Um, and that goes for any other sports that has team sports that have different like variations in positions. And likewise in leaders, they help guide an organization or community, uh, family, whatever you want to call yourselves, in a position, in a positive direction and delegate roles based on the individuals themselves, not on what you want to be, but what you're good at being. Okay, like I said, you're not good at throwing the football. No matter how bad you want to be a QB, coach is not going to put you in the game to be a QB. All right. And that's all right. Everybody has their role. Everybody has their role. It's okay, you know. But that doesn't mean, like I said, any position is less important than the other because every position has a place on the team, right? As youth or young adults, seek to help each other. All right. Like I said, it's far easier to reach goals together than by yourself. Right. Think of this one example. In many cultures, they form what is called a susu. Um, it's the name may be different, but the concept is essentially the same around different cultures or organizations. A susu, SUSU, right? What they do is form a group or a committee of people willing to participate in funding each other's goals or projects. Okay, they come to an agreement or a goal. They come to an agreement or goal each individual has. Right. For example, when a community needs homes, somebody, everybody needs a home or was trying to get a new home. All right. They'll help fund the building or obtaining of each other's homes. All right. So for instance, let's say there's 5 people. Okay. Every month they're putting money into the pot so that way this one person can get a home. Okay. Get their mortgage up. All right. Boom, they get their home. All right. We're going on to the next person. Okay. All the money that we was funding for the first person is now going to the next person. Boom, 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 boom. Get their mortgage up. Their whatever their down payment is, or whatever the concept or whatever the goal is that you're trying to the object that you're trying to reach. You just so on and so forth. Put energy into one person, boom, that person get theirs. Next person, everybody do the same for them. Okay, they got theirs. All right. Third person, put it. Everybody throws in. Boom, they got theirs. So on down the line. Excuse me. Until everybody's good, right? Until everybody has a decent home. Okay. Now it doesn't necessarily have to be home. All right, and I'll talk about that later. Um, they'll fund one at a time till everyone has a home. It takes like-minded people for this to be successful. This is a great concept for building businesses, fixing credit, education expenses, especially, higher end or private education, travel, even monthly expenses and bills. So it doesn't necessarily have to be like business, even though we all should be, help funding each other's businesses so that way we all have a business, right? And we all keep each other's businesses running. Hey man, what could I do to help your business? All right, cool. I did that. I need you to help me on this part of my business so that way I can thrive just like I help you thrive and everybody's thriving. But it takes us to be like-minded. It takes us to, like I said, we don't even have to um um be unified, meaning I don't have to like what you like. I don't even have to be in the same field or business. You could be in like the landscaping business. I could help fund get your business up and going. And let's say I'm in the music business, all right, and I'm trying to get the music label started or whatever the case may be. It doesn't even have to be the same type of business. That could be two total opposite fields of the spectrum, but yet we are still in the same community. We still are a community. We make up a community. And this is how we thrive by coming together, by helping to fund each other's projects, businesses, goals. Like I said, it may not even have to be businesses or goals. But one thing for sure could be to help fix our credit. We can take that each person one at a time. All right, we're gonna help Person number one, fix their credit. Boom. Eliminate their debt. All right. Person number two, how much you got? All right, boom. We're gonna help you eliminate your debt. Now, whatever the aspects are, y'all can discuss that. If it's like a cap on, all right, your debt can't be no more than this, or whatever the case may be, whatever the stipulations, whatever the guidelines are, whatever the case may be, whatever the agreements are, make sure y'all stick to it. Stick to it and make sure everybody comes to an agreement. All right. It's not going to work if everybody's not on the same page. Okay. Um, it can even be done for, like I said, traveling or even monthly expenses and bills. None of us should be struggling. You know how much money we spend on stupid things. Even I even throw myself in that bucket. You know how much money I wasted in life on just stupid, what I mean? Just stupid things, just impulse buying, you know, and we didn't know no better. Now that we do, we got to do better. And I know we are stepping into more of times where we are actually learning more financial literacy. So I'm not I'm not acting as if we're not already on this like train or on a road for to do better in our community. All I'm doing is helping to assist that. All righty. Helping to assist move that block along. All right. Um, yeah, we shouldn't be struggling, man. If all of us we spend money on stupid stuff anyway, why can't we help each other with each other's bills so that way no one gets kicked out and no one goes struggling, you know? As a community, like I said, we spend a lot of money on things that we don't need. Imagine putting that money together so we can live better, eat better, and have better communities we can thrive in without the help of government or such organizations. You know how many other cultures come into our communities, set up shop, and we're giving them our money? Now, hey, I'm not knocking it. Hey, if you got your business, go ahead and set up shop. But we should be setting up shop in our own communities too. Okay? We should be doing that. I don't, you see what I'm saying? We should be doing that in our own communities so that way the money stays within our community longer. It can circulate within our community longer. The same, you go to the Chinese store, right? Or you go to the Poppy, they're not doing anything that we can't do. They're not making any food that we can't make. At the Chinese store, I think fried rice, fried chicken, um, beef and broccoli, from Philly. We love that beef and broccoli. I like the sesame chicken. I'm trying to do better. But yeah, they're not making anything that we can't do. You know how many times I see um another culture making another culture's like cuisine and eating off of it too, you know? Come on, we could do the same. Just because we're not of that culture don't mean we can't I don't even say represent, but like make money from it. If that's what you like, okay, let's say you enjoy making, I'm gonna say, let's just keep it simple. It could be Chinese food. It could be anything other than your actual cultural dishes. What we view as cultural dishes. Because a lot of dishes be the same, but made in different ways, cooked differently, different spices or whatnot. But let's say you just so happen to like another culture's cuisine. What's stopping you from making a business out of that? You know what I mean? People appropriate our culture all the time. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that because we have a lot of culture, you know, but we can make money off of ourselves. And we don't have to feel like just because It's not our culture that we're appropriating, or even if it's not appropriation, is you just, like I said, naturally you like Chinese food and you want to open up a Chinese food, and you're an African man, a black man, melanated individual, do that. Don't let that stop you because you're not that culture, that stereotypical culture that makes that type of cuisine. Go ahead, do what you want to do, make your money. All right. Keep it in the family, keep it in the community. All right. Depending on welfare, um, just to live a life of fulfillment, it's not even life, man. Like living check to check, that's not living. That's existing. That's surviving, you know? Um, there's been times in my life where I get in states of survival mode. There's times where I'm eating, just coasting along. But then I haven't even done the best that I needed to do, you know? Um, so that's why I'm encouraging others and stepping more into my power that I have. Alrighty. Now, like I said, hey, I'm not knocking welfare. If you absolutely need it, hey, cool. Because there's farmers that get put on welfare, but you don't hear about them. You don't hear about the farmers on welfare. All you hear about or think about when you think of welfare, you think about the inner city black family, or even the inner city, Caucasian family, just an inner city family, or just a low income community in general. Let me just put it that way: low income community in general. You think of welfare, right? You wouldn't think of a farmer getting welfare, but they do. And when they do, it's not called welfare; it's called a subsidy. Okay, we should want better for ourselves and community. Alrighty. So to recap, like I said, write these things down because this is very important. This is very important right now. This is very, very, very important right now in our communities and in our society as Black, melanated, African, excuse me, carbonated, um, Indigenous American, whatever you want to associate with yourselves, Latinos. I even throw the Latinos in there, the Mexicans, because we all in the same boat, different parts of the ship. That's all. Um, but I will say the Latinos and Mexicans, they probably got it a little better than us right now. They got it a little better than us right now. And I'm not knocking them because they're willing to put in the work. It's kind of ties is kind of turned. They're the ones making more of the money now. All right. But anyways, we gotta focus on our community. All right. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Every other culture does it. And they're not called a racist just because um Asians look out for Asians, you know, Italians look out for Italians, Mexicans, Latinos look out for Mexicans and Latinos, European whites, whatever, whoever, they look out for each other and help build up their community, their family structure, their own organizations, right? We need to get back to ourselves and building up our communities, our homes, our families, our own organizations. So that way we don't have to be coming out with our hand out all the time, asking for welfare subsidies, loans, uh, whatever. You know how much money is circulated within the Black brown community? If we were to stop, listen, and it's already a well-known fact that if we were to stop feeding money into the economy, oh man, the economy would shut down. And I'm not saying that I want that to happen, but we need to restructure our money. in the way that it goes into the economy so that way it works more into our favor. Okay. When has Gucci ever done anything for you? Okay. When has Louis ever done anything for you? We buy into all these high quality luxury things, but they don't do anything for our community. Or when or if they do, it's like a, all right, let me sprinkle a little some over here just to like satisfy them. So that way it looks like we care about them, or it looks like we're including them and what we got going on. Since they are our biggest uh economic supporter, you know. Yeah. So we need to start supporting each other businesses. All right. Even if you just got a dollar or two, you spend that dollar or two somewhere else stupidly or frivolously, you know what I mean, without even thinking about it. $100 go like that. You know how fast $100 nowadays go like that? That's like spending $5, $100 go like that. That's one bill. That could be one bill. That could be $100. That could be a couple days worth of food. That's it. Like it don't even go as far as it used to. That's why we got to stay focused and building what we need to do and start helping each other. Start helping each other. We got to stop looking for others to help us. We got to stop looking for others to come to our rescue. You know, there's nothing wrong for looking out for ourselves. There's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean that we don't like any other group or any other culture or ethnicity or anybody else. It's just like, no, I gotta help my family, right? Just like you help your family, right? If I'm always taking bricks out of my home to help build your home, I'm gonna turn back one day, damn, and I'm not gonna have no home, right? And you just got a brand new house. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta look at it like that. We're helping fund everybody else's dreams, everybody else's luxuries that they have, but yet we're not living a good life. We're not living a fulfilling life. And that goes for us as a community. That goes for me too. Because I've did that, you know, um, just helping people, and not focusing truly on myself, And I talk about that in some other lessons. Like if you don't fill up your cup, you're always dropping into other people's cup. You're gonna be like, damn, you're gonna look down at your cup. I ain't got nothing left in my cup. I done helped everybody else. And everybody else, they done scattered. As soon as you drop something they cup, they scattered. Never see them again, or if you do see them again, oh no, I don't got it, man. You see? So we gotta stay focused. The youth, come on. Y'all got this. Y'all got this. We need to build up our communities, and we can do it together. Unity. UNITY. If y'all don't know that song, it's by Queen Latifah. Unity. UNITY. All right. So I hope you guys took notes. You know, trust me, you don't have to wait until you're out of your parents' home or even until you're 18 to start a business. In some states, you could, as a child, you can start a business, but it might vary. But as far as starting your business, it might be 18, might be 17, 16. But look, what you can do, this is what you can do, right? Get a cousin, family member, or a friend that's old enough to put a business in their name, right? If you got the smarts and say, look, man, look, I got the smarts, I got the plan, I got the layout. I want you to put it in your name. I'm gonna help, run this thing. You could be put on a payroll if you're not old enough to actually be the owner of the company or institution, right? But yet you got the brains, okay? You got the smarts to actually run the company, all right? But you're just gonna be put on like you're just an employee. And when you get old enough, you could just sign it over into your name. All right. And that person whose name it was in, they're really the employee. Okay. So they could just stay on and be paid as an employee. All right. So we got to think smarter. Okay. So if you're young, you got a great business idea, come on, don't wait until you're older. Start this now. Get a family member, a friend, or somebody that's willing to put it in their name. And if you got the money for it and the way to fund it, hey, go ahead and do that. Start this now. Don't wait till you're 18. If you got a good idea and you're 15, start figuring out a way to make that come true. So that by the time you're 18 and you're 21 and whatnot, you done built up your credit, you can get a house, car, whatever you need or want in life. Remember, always keep in mind that we still have to focus on building up the community. So always stay humble. All right. Always stay humble. Don't move out the hood or um go or at least go too far. I understand we may want better for ourselves, and that's okay. I'm not knocking that. Want better for yourselves, but also still remain humble and still remain focused and conscious that you still are responsible to help the people in the community that you came out of. You came out the hood, you came out the ghetto, you came out the projects, and now you living life good. You sustaining yourself, you thriving. You are responsible to help the people in your community. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not putting that burden onto you as if you're the savior, all right? Because you can't save everybody in your community. Right? You can only assist those, you're going to help those that are willing to learn, those are willing to move forward in life. All right. I'm not placing the responsibility on you like, oh man, you got to help your whole project builder. You're the only one that got out. Nah, at least come back and assist. Say, hey, y'all, look, I got this business. Why y'all can work for me? I'm gonna pay y'all well. We're gonna eat, and we can move up out here. And those are who have the mindset of they want better and want to do better and want to elevate in life. Take those people with you. Teach them something. All right. And those that, because there's gonna be people that want to do better, but maybe, it's just not their time yet. They want to do better, but it's just maybe what's the word I'm looking for? The um the hustle and them just ain't there yet. All right. Or maybe they want to do better, but their heart isn't in what you want or what like you're trying to get them to do. Because that could be a thing too. Some people want better, but it has to come in the right form. It has to come in the right way. Because if your heart ain't in it, but you want to do better, it's gonna feel like work. And that ain't no way to live. Now, sometimes, we always gotta sacrifice for what we want. Sometimes, if our heart isn't fully in it, we could just use it as a stepping stone, right? Just use it as a stepping stone to get to what we want. Alrighty. So don't put your head in it too much or um think it just because your heart's not in it that you can't use it as a stepping stone. Okay. It doesn't have to be for everything. You're gonna use it, do what you need to do to get what you want. All right. So yeah, once again, I am proud of the youth because now more than ever, there are a lot of youth, a lot of young people taking their lives into their own hands, a lot of young people, elevating and being the first of generation in their family to have a business, um, to get out the projects, get out the ghetto, get out the hood, whatever. The first people in their family to actually expand their conscious, expand their thought, expand everything about them and who they are. So you're responsible. If you're that person in your family, you are the leader in your family. You got to help lead your family. Now, we can't, like I said, we can't bring everybody. Not everybody's going to be receptive to it. They only bring those who are willing to elevate, who are willing to try new things and go out their way to do what needs to be done to get to a life of thriving and not surviving. All right. We got to get out that. Man, I'm tired of seeing my people surviving, man. You know how much we got in us. You know how much we got in us. We shouldn't be surviving. We should be thriving. All right. I got much love for the community. Um, because I came from West Philadelphia, the West Park Projects. That's the projects I was born into. Luckily, I was adopted when I was like 6, 7 years old. I had another opportunity in life to, get out of the projects and had an opportunity to experience life in a different way that I would have never had if I wasn't adopted. So shout out to anybody that got adopted kids, anybody that have foster kids, anybody that helped children other than their own. Big shout out to them because you are important. You are important into this world. Because without y'all, people like me won't be around. I would not be who I am if it wasn't for the woman that adopted me, taking me single-handedly raising me by choice, by choice, single-handedly raising me and my little brother. So I got a lot of respect, love for my mother, you know. That's not the downplay my biological mother. I love her too greatly. She brought me into this world. She gave me something, something inside of me that, you know what I mean? She did her job. She brought me into this world. Somebody else needed to raise me. That's how life works sometimes. Now I'm not ashamed about it, you know. I'm not ashamed, but I'm not gonna go on too much about that. But like I said, I'm proud of y'all. Keep doing what y'all doing. Keep elevating, thinking bigger, think outside the box. Always, always. Never limit what you can get. Never limit what you can have. Never limit what you can be. Always remember we can stick together with unity, and we can help each other move forward in business, in life, in career, education, whatever it may be. All right. So as always, stay free, stay safe. What I say? Be yourself.